And I want to start really quick with a little bit of recognition. So let me pull that up, because I am pretty excited about some of the things that our team is doing. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen real quick. There it is. I lost the button. Okay, so first I want to recognize who is already, like, look at how many Success Club points, you guys. Already, Ashley's at 7, Janessa's at 3, Stephanie's at 2, and I've got 1. So I'm super proud of you guys, because remember, these aren't really, they're numbers on this board, but these are people that you're helping, people that you're changing lives. And also, this is Team Cut Month, so this is really... Sorry, Ash, I had to mute you. Anyway, so I really wanted to just share this with you guys, because I'm really proud that it's only halfway through the month and you've already got points on the board. So keep that up. You're so close, Janessa and Stephanie. You're almost there. You're like 1 to 2 people away. Another thing that I really wanted to share today before we get started is this. Like, you guys, this is so awesome. 3 of you, all 3 of you are very new coaches, and you're halfway to Emerald, which is like the very first milestone as a brand new coach. And so this is really exciting. I'm super proud of you. And I know that you guys can get that 1 more coach this month and then hit that mark, so that you can start making other goals and start going further in your business, helping more people, and really start building a team and becoming even more of a leader. So I just wanted to start off with saying how proud I am of you guys, and I cannot wait to see what's in your future. Okay, so today I kind of wanted to talk tonight I wanted to talk a little bit about productivity. Now, these are things that is going to be moving your business forward, because you can be busy and you can be doing a lot of things and producing a lot of things, but if it's not the right things or the right activities, then really you're not being very productive as a coach. And I know a lot of you have jobs outside of Beachbody, so you still have your normal job and you're doing this on the side, either until you can quit your normal job, or you're just going to continue to work on them simultaneously. Either way, it's really important to nail down those activities that you need to be doing and do them efficiently in order to build a business. Because when you have another job, you don't really have a whole lot of time to waste. Even if you didn't, and this is like your sole main job, you still don't want to be wasting a bunch of time, because if you've got goals and you have income goals or rate goals or certain amount of people you want to help, you're not going to be able to do that unless you're doing business building activities. And so what those are is basically, you're going to hear this like a million times as a Beachbody coach, but the 4 vital behaviors. Now, the first 2 ones, they don't even really seem like a vital behavior, and it's going to seem like, well, I don't have a lot of time in my day, so those are the ones that I'm going to push off to the side. But I urge you, these first 2 that I'm going to talk about are so important. Please do not skip them, okay? So the first one, product of the product. You have to be working out. You have to be drinking your shake, because if you're not moving forward in your health and your business, your health and your fitness, whether, that's stretching, or that's getting a couple squats in, or just going for a short walk, or doing your workouts from Beachbody. Like, you have to be doing something, because you need to be able to, get those endorphins going and getting your body feeling good, so that you can have that energy to pour out on other people. That, and it's our job. to be health instructors, you have to be healthy. Or coaches, I mean. So Shakeology, the same thing. Like if you're not drinking your shakes, people aren't going to trust you when you say, this is the heat, this is what's going to get you results, you need to be drinking this. So that's vital behavior number 1. Vital behavior number 2 that I urge you, please do not skip this, is personal development. It seems like such a silly, frivolous thing. Hey, Laura. But it's really not. Personal development is like the key. And I promise you guys, last year, I was not doing personal development because I had so many other things that I was doing that I was like, no, you know what? It's okay. I can push that one off to the side. And I would maybe get to it once a week. And I tell you, it hurt my business really bad not filling up, because when you're pouring out as a coach, that's basically what you're doing, is you're pouring your heart out to people, and you're encouraging them, and you're motivating them, and you're giving yourself, and you're giving, and pouring out. If you're not pouring back in to your own self, you're going to get burnt out. And in Beachbody, this is an MLM, you're going to hear the word no a lot. And so if you're not pouring into yourself, those no's can easily start to bite at you and eat at you, because you're going to start to take them personally, when it's nothing against you personally at all. And most of the time when people say no, it's just not now, it's not the right time for them, and that's totally okay. Or it's just not their thing, and that's okay. It's totally okay. So yes, personal development. When you're starting to feel a low point, or you're starting to feel like, oh my gosh, I can't do this, or having those limited beliefs, those negative thoughts into your head, that's when you need to just stop whatever work you're doing and then get a YouTube video going, or an audio book, or something to be pouring into yourself, so that, and plus, like, that gives you great content to post on your social media, because you're supposed to be posting on your social media, most of us Facebook, every single day, so that your followers start to see you, they start to know you, they start to trust you. And one of the greatest ways to do that is to be taking some of the stuff that you're reading about and sharing that with people, because that's good content. That's value. When you give value to people, they trust you. Okay, so third vital behavior is inviting. If you do not invite people, they have no idea that they can join you. And I don't mean mass inviting people like other MLMs do, when they throw you into a group and say, they don't even talk to you. They just throw you in a group and be like, hey, look at all this stuff that we're doing. You should buy my stuff. No, when I mean inviting, I mean inviting them first into a conversation and relationship with you, and just like giving them a genuine compliment, getting them to smile, showing them that you care about them. And once you're in conversation with somebody, you get to learn about their family, about their hobbies, about their work. And then you'll know, like, are they enjoying their job? Are they looking for something else? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be able to know these things about them, find out what their problems or their struggles are, and then how Beachbody can help meet those needs and help those struggles. You know what I'm saying? Those are the kind of invites I'm saying. You don't want to cold invite people. You want to be forming them, learning about them, and then inviting them. And inviting should be a daily thing, so that you have enough people into your funnel so that you can hit Success Club every month. Because if you're not talking to people, you're not going to hit Success Club. Okay, and then the fourth and final vital behavior that was actually just introduced this past year, is recognition. Everybody loves to be recognized for things that they do. So as you're slowly building your little teams, whether you have one coach, or maybe you don't have any coaches at all yet and you just have a couple of challengers, you want to get into the habit of recognizing your people for the work that they're doing, because it feels good to them, and they'll want to continue doing those things that got them that recognition. So that's a super important one too. Okay, and then other business activities. Once you've gotten all of that stuff done, the vital behaviors, because they're vital, so you have to do those first. I want you guys to get a piece of paper And do this every night. Get a piece of paper and write down all of your to-do list, everything that you want to do for the following day. So, you know, you can include household chores if you want to. Maybe meal prep is in there, or whatever it is. Maybe there's things that you have to do for your actual job outside of Beachbody, and all the things that you want to do for Beachbody. So if you're getting a challenge group together, do you have your content ready? Maybe you need to get that done. Or you want to create 3 posts for coach inviting, like on your Facebook page, or challenge group invites, or maybe you're going to you want to put together something for a free group. Whatever it is, whatever projects you guys are working on, I want you to put that in the to-do list. And then after you've got everything down on your to-do list, like talking to people, following up with these people, whatever, you need to mark them from importance. So you put a 1 next to the things that absolutely have to get done the next day, and then 2, 3, and then 4s. Once you get the 1s and 2s done, if there's no more time in the day, then you look at the 3s and 4s, and you can either move those to another day or eliminate them completely. Maybe it's just not time to do those yet. So you just really want to get a rank system going so that you know what the most important tasks are that you have to get done to move your business forward. And of course, other things like no matter what, every day I have to pick my kids up from school. Like, I can't not do that. So get those ranked so that you're focused. And then, yes, exactly, Ashley, eat that frog. Get the things that you need to get done first. And then, oh my gosh, I totally lost my train of thought. Okay. Get those done, and then, honey, what were you talking about earlier? Rank system, getting things done, productivity. This is why you take notes, guys.
Discipline.
Ashley, discipline. Well, it is now. If it wasn't, it so that's another thing that we were talking about earlier, is discipline. So yes, you have this rank system. You have the things that you have to get done to move your business forward. And it's about consistency and discipline. The things are not going to move your business forward if you only do them 1 day a week or 2 days a week. You need to consistently be doing them, like posting on your social media, on Facebook. Every coach I've ever talked to has suggested at least posting on your Facebook page 3 times a day. And so if you're posting, say, like, consistency, this is what I'm talking about, consistency. There's a coach, I can't think of her name right now, but every single day she was posting at 6 o'clock in the morning that she finished her workout. And at first, that annoys some people, you know? Like, you're on there and you're doing your workout, and it irritates people because they're not doing it, you know? And then the more they see it, the more attractive it is to them. And then all of a sudden they're like, she is really consistent in this. She's doing it every day. So when they're ready and they want to do something, who are they going to go to? Are they going to go to the person who's posting only once a week that they're working out? Or are they going to go to the person that's doing it consistently every day? I would go to the person who's doing it every day instead of the person who, you know, pops in and out. And I don't know if they're consistent or not. I don't want to follow somebody who's not consistent. So discipline in your vital behavior stuff, discipline in your activities that are going to move your business forward, like posting on social media and inviting. And I really seriously cannot remember what the other thing was. So when I do remember it, I will just post it in the coach page. And in the meantime, like, I would love to hear you guys, if you have any questions or anything on productivity, disciplines, vital behaviors, whatever, you can unmute yourself and we can just chat for a while.
You make a good point, Jess, about eating that. I say eat that frog, doing the most important things first. But Laura made a good a little video today just saying that she was doing everything backwards. And sometimes with this business, we can get so thrown into like the fun things of the business. Like yesterday, I was having so much fun doing, my branding and my logo and all that sort of stuff that you forget, you haven't started any conversations today. and then you're like, so those vital behaviors have to be the first thing that get done. And then, the other stuff and things like that. I mean, I think, she talked about pouring herself into the challenges, and we definitely like to do that. But definitely don't forget about doing the important things that you don't like to do first.
Yeah, like if you hate to work out, if you're just like, yeah, I'm a Beachbody coach, but I don't really like to work out, like that should be the first thing you do when you wake up is work out.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm speaking to the choir, because if I don't get it done in the morning, then it's so easy for me to be like, I'll get it done tomorrow. So Laura, how are you doing?
Good. I have conversations, but it's just hard to grab people in, I don't know.
Yeah, have you seen have you heard about forming? I know I say that like as if everybody knows what I'm talking about, but maybe you don't. Have you heard that before, that term?
No.
Okay, so forming is family. So you ask them about their family, their occupation, recreation, what they like to do for fun, their hobbies, etc. Family, occupation, recreation, and then your message.
Oh, okay.
So once you learn about those three things, it kind of gives you an idea of how to move the conversation forward to start talking about Beachbody if they haven't asked you yet. Because most of the time when you're asking things like, what's going on in your life, like what's new in your life, what are you most excited about right now? And they talk to you about that. Most of the time people will say, this is what's going on, blah, 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 new, pretty exciting. What about you? What's new in your life? And then that's when you get to start talking about like, oh, I became a Beachbody coach and I'm doing this and this, and it's super exciting. Have you ever thought about doing anything like that? Or so if that doesn't happen, then once you learn a little bit more about their family, what they do for work, or what they like to do for fun, you can kind of like intercede more questions to draw them out to get to know them a little bit more. So like if they don't ask you, then you can be like, say one of their hobbies, they like to paint and take photos. Like, oh, cool. So you can ask them, do you paint outside? What kind of things do you paint? You just get to know them a little bit more and kind of draw them into more of a conversation with you. And then eventually get to the point of like, I don't know, maybe asking about their energy levels or what their favorite meal is. I don't know, just asking them questions. The more questions you ask, the more you get to know somebody. And then you'll start seeing little areas where you can pop in and start drawing the conversation into Beachbody. And even that, like after talking to them for a while, you can just be like, hey, I have no idea if this would be something you're interested in, but I'm pretty excited about it. I'm getting ready to launch my very first challenge group, and I just wanted to know if that would be something that you'd be interested in. Just as long as it's not the first conversation you have that you're asking them.
Right. I know.
That might get awkward.
Yes.
You definitely don't want to be that person. I've talked to, one of my really good friends just had her baby, and she was telling me, we were talking, I saw a couple other coaches posting on her stuff, and we've kind of been talking for a while, and she, as soon as she gets like the baby stuff, she's going to sign up, right? And she's like, yeah, this random person, look what she wrote. And she showed me all the messages. And from her perspective, you know, these people never, ever liked anything on her page, talked to her about anything, so don't know her at all, but yet sent her this long, you could tell, pre-written like invite saying, hey, have you ever thought about this? And so you don't want to be that person.
Right.
We're all about building relationships. So hi,
Hey,
Janessa.
Janessa, you missed it earlier. I praised you. So you have to watch the beginning of this call now later. So we just finished up a conversation or a little team call about productivity and doing the vital behaviors first, and doing the activities that you need to do to move your business forward before you get into the fun stuff like graphic designs and fun frilly things that are fun but not necessarily going to move you in the right direction.
Okay, so you have your own Facebook page for your Beachbody coach.
I do. And so you don't have to have a like page if you don't, well, it's all like people have different thoughts about this. So technically, Facebook doesn't want you to run a business on your regular personal Facebook page. They want you to use a like page. So with like algorithms and stuff like that, that's all very confusing and way over my head. They definitely don't like you doing hard sell posts on your personal Facebook page. So a hard sell post would be like, hey, we've got a sale going on. Buy this from me by the end of the week or something like that, you know? And then you'll use like stock images and stuff like that. So the way a lot of the people with MLMs and stuff work business on personal Facebook page is a lot of soft advice. Like, you know, you're taking a picture of yourself after you just worked out and talking about how great it makes you feel to be working out every day, that you have more energy, et cetera, et cetera. And like, if this interests you at all, message me and I'll get you some info. So that's like more of like a soft invite. And yeah, so anyway, Facebook like page, the reason why it's hard to start that when you're a very brand new coach is because it just takes a while to grow a like page, because people just don't see them as much. I don't know. It's kind of hard to build it. But I think it's important because once you get to the point where your warm market is like you talk to everybody and you have to start going into the cold market, like you're going to want to, you know, start doing paid advertising and stuff like that, like Facebook ads. But you can't do a Facebook ad from a personal page. It has to be from a like page. So it's good to start it now and you can start building that, but don't neglect your regular Facebook page while you're building a like page.
Right, okay.
Was it any of these?
Yeah. It's just question time now, Janessa, if you had anything that you wanted to ask.
Sorry, my internet's really dumb.
It's okay.
Um,
Mine gets spotty sometimes too. But anyways, earlier today, I was like, yay, Janessa, you're halfway to Emerald. Good job.
Like it was every day, Brad. I started thinking.
yeah.
All right. Well, if no one has any other questions, we can wrap this up.
Okay. Yeah, I can't think of anything else right now.
Laura, are you reading any personal development?
I'm not.
No. I was talking to Janessa today, and actually Samantha, who's not on the call, but it's definitely like Jess kind of said in the beginning, like you think that the personal development piece is not, a big deal. Like you don't have time to read, or you don't have time to, I don't have time to read. I have 5 kids and work 2 jobs. So there's never time to read. But I always suggest to the girls that your first book through Audible is free. And it's a great way to pop in an earbud while you're doing laundry, doing dishes, driving to your job, all those sort of things, because it's just proven, and I think Jess can attest to this, that you just are so much more on your game when you're reading or listening to personal development, because it's easy for all those no's to get you down and make you think like, it's easy to beat ourselves up, I guess. And
like
personal development can be
or if you miss a goal.
Yeah. So anyway, I have, I don't think I've shared it on the Sunshine Squad page, but I have a list, and I'm sure Jess does too, of ones we like, but I could share those.
Okay.
Because I was trying to tell Janessa today, like you're a badass is really one of my favorites. I know Jess.
I thought I had that book, but I can't find it.
Yeah.
You're a badass.
I think so, but I can't find it. I have to keep looking for it.
Yeah. I know Jess started me when I first started with Compound Effect, and I couldn't really get into it, but I know a lot of people like Compound Effect too.
Yeah, it's good. It's basically about like doing the little things every day that will compound to bigger success later. So and like it works both ways actually. So say like you get your business to a point where you feel like you can just coast, and that's you can coast for a couple of years, but the compound effect works negatively too. So if you're coasting and you're not continuing to talk to people and do the coaching thing and build and reach higher goals, then your business is slowly going to do that. And on the flip side right now, since we're just starting, if we're doing these personal development, the vital behaviors, and we're consistently working on business building activities, then every day, if we're really consistent, it'll start going like this. That's basically what compound effect is about.
I always tell people that you may not see and reap the benefits of what's going on right now, and we used to use the term of pumping the well, and you may not see it right now, but I use the example in one of our focus groups of, I talked to a girl, she signed up as the free 30 days of on-demand back in August, and never, reconnected with her much. I mean, we talked a little bit, and then just recently she bought a whole challenge pack and signed up as a coach. So you don't think that it's going to make any difference right now, those little conversations you start, but they're seeds that you're planting, and you can reap the benefits, 6 months, 2 years down the road, Just a
Okay,
thought.
so when y'all first started doing challenge groups, how many participants did y'all have in your own personal groups?
Yeah, Joe remembers. my very first challenge group was 2 people, and Joe was one of them.
Aww.
And some months you're going to have a lot of people, and then other months you may have, a small group. I've had larger groups of 15 or 20 people and have them not be, interactive at all.
Posting,
so,
yeah.
It's all, Jess and I are trying to get more creative on what we do with these groups and how we get it more interactive and stuff. But it's just, I don't know, everybody's always in a different season or whatever.
Yeah, and I think it's a commitment level. If they're committed, then they'll post and they'll be involved. If they're not as committed, I talked to my daughter on the phone earlier today, and she'd asked me if I was in the group, and I said no, because I never could. It never would show up in my app. I deleted it, reloaded the app. I went to to the email 100 times and clicked on the link, and I got on my iPad and downloaded the link for the first time and still couldn't get it. But anyway, she says that she's been working out and she's been drinking Shakeology. She just forgets to get on there and post. And I said, well, you can go on there and backdate it. But she's just got so much going on right now. She's that's not one of her top priorities, you know, but she's still doing it. She's just not posting that she's doing it.
Yeah, and that's really fun. Like she did
want to put up the spikes for caution.
Talk to you in a second.
She posted in there and said that she has a Shakeology every morning for breakfast. She just forgets to post. She's got a lot going on with work, and I was like, no worries, girl. It's nice to see you pop in every once in a while.
Yes.
As long as you're doing it, like, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and some people love the app and others don't. Like, I don't know. I'm torn because I liked when we used to do the Facebook groups, and sometimes I feel like it was more interactive. But then this group right now that we're doing is pretty interactive. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know either. We're trying things out, figuring this whole thing out. But anyways, we've got 7 minutes before this thing shuts us off.
Oh,
Laura, I put a couple of the books that I've read and that I like in the chat.
okay.
If you want to look any of them up.
Yeah.
Or the other Laura.
Yeah.
Laura and Laura. That could get confusing. All right. Yeah, so I guess that would be a really good call to action is if you do not have a personal development book that you're currently reading, get one, or share with me what podcast you're going to start listening to, because there's also a lot of great podcasts out there for entrepreneurs, for leadership, and for confidence. What do you call it? What is her name? Why did I lose her name? Chalene Johnson has a podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. She's super energetic, and so it's fun to listen to her. And she's got.
I know. I didn't really like her at first, her videos and stuff, but she's really growing on me.
Yeah. You know, funny story. Her husband is a football coach for the high school that I went to.
Oh, neat.
I had no idea until like after I became a Beachbody coach. So it's like, 12 years later, I'm like, oh my gosh, we were right there.
How funny.
All right, ladies, I'm going to stop recording.